Okay. Assalamu alaikum. We are going to start. I don't know, can you see my screen?
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Ya gari ya aiki.
Alhamdulillah. Can you see my screen? No?
Eh?
Okay. Okay. That's sharing.
Yes, we can see it now.
I can see.
Okay, good. So let's try and mute so that we do not disrupt the session. Okay. All right. So you are all welcome to yet another workshop series on the scholarship tips and tricks. Okay. This is the third workshop since we started on 13th February. So the agenda for today will start with an introduction. We'll provide some overview of scholarships, how you obtain scholarships and the types of scholarships, as well as the benefits. We will look at the requirements that are needed when applying or seeking for a scholarship. We will open the floor for a Q&A, questions and answers. If you have questions, you can ask. After that, you will see a live walkthrough on how you can apply for a scholarship. Okay. We will also allow you to ask questions based on the processes and the procedures of the question, the application process. Once that is done, we will now discuss how you can use our app, Udemy, to help you with the application processes and in your scholarship journey. And then we will close the session. My name is Abubakar San Ali, and I will be the one going through the initial part of the workshop. Then I will hand it over to my colleague, Engineer Abba Suraj, who will be the one to show you how you can apply for a scholarship step by step. So what do we do and who we are? First of all, we operate as a company called Yawa Digital and Automation Technologies. And in Yawa, what we do is to provide educational consulting and insightful scholarship guidance. So that's one of our services for those who want to gain scholarship and secure scholarship. We can be of help to you. And we also provide additional educational consulting, maybe for those who would like to have an idea of what to do after you studied. We can help you and guide you with that. Why we are unique? Well, first of all, we know how the system works. Okay, we have seen how it works. We have related with different people. We know the ins and out of the system, so we can be able to help you with that. We know our way around the internet and how we can be able to curate lists for you, and we have our own algorithm that helps you we figure out the best scholarship for you in particular. So not only that, we provide you with tools, okay, with educational tools, resources, which can help you to improve your chances of getting a scholarship. And that's not something you find anywhere, okay? So why do we do these workshops? First of all, we do workshops with regards to scholarships so that we can generate awareness. We want to create awareness. Most people are not very aware of the scholarship opportunities that are readily available. Some that are aware lack motivation, okay? Because some of them, they are aware that there are opportunities, but they don't know that if they apply, they also stand a chance of getting because they have no motivation. Maybe they tried it once, they tried it twice, and they just give up, okay? And some people just feel like, scholarships are not for them. They are not that likely to get something out there. So by doing the workshop series, we try to debunk that mystery on how you can be able to obtain a scholarship. We provide you with all the guidance you require during the workshops, and we show you step-by-step process of obtaining a scholarship. So starting with the requirements, okay? If you want to apply for a scholarship, you should know that there is a requirement, okay? And those requirements are expected of you to fulfill. Whenever there is a requirement, you should fulfill those requirements. Some of those requirements are listed here, and these are the most important requirements that you commonly come across when applying for a scholarship. You have the transcript, you have field of study, you have essays or personal statements, letters of recommendation, standardized tests, interviews or auditions, proof of ethnicity or demographic information, citizenship or residency proof, work experience verification, research or project proposals, leadership acknowledgements, and community involvement records. In our previous sessions, we've discussed some of this and how each one of this is necessary for getting and securing a scholarship. Transcripts have to do with your results. You are going for bachelor's degree, your WAEC or NECO, okay? Or your mock exams, your report cards in your secondary school. If you are going for master's or postgraduate, so these are the transcripts of your study. So in your university, they will give you certificate plus a transcript. And the field of study confirmation, this is all about what you want to study. Are you trying to study medicine? Are you trying to study engineering? You want to study business administration or mass communication? So whatever you want to study, your transcript should be from the same field. Essay or personal statement, this is a write-off. You write something down and you tell them, this is what I want to study, and this is why I want to study this, and this is why I'm a good candidate. You have to prove it to people that you know what you are doing and you will be able to deliver if you are given the scholarship. Letters of recommendation. So this comes from other people to recommend you, to tell them that yes, this person is good. If he is given the scholarship, he will be able to achieve, achieve the goal of the scholarship. He will be able to graduate successfully without an issue. Standardized tests, these are tests that you do that tries to compare your performance, your capacity and capabilities with all other candidates, okay? Because candidates can come from different backgrounds. They can come from different universities. They can come from different countries. So how do we know that these people can be put together under the same pedestal and then have them compete for one single opportunity? How do we know that? And that's where the standardized test comes into play. So if we all write the same test, all of us, and those tests they come regardless of your origin or background, you should be able to do them. By doing that, you will be able to tell where and how you compare with other candidates. We have interviews or auditions. So sometimes when you pass, they will call you for an interview. They will tell you, okay, come, let's have an interview. Okay. Or they will tell you, okay, we want you to record a video of yourself telling us a little bit about you and why you are applying for the position. Okay, so you have to provide that information. We have citizenship or residency or proof. Okay, proof of ethnicity. So sometimes some scholarships are for some ethnic background, like some people of some ethnicity. Let's say you are black. Okay, they might say this is a scholarship for Africans. Okay, so if you are not an African, you don't get the scholarship. This is a scholarship for Asians, for Indians. So only people from that will be able to get that scholarship. Okay, we have citizenship or residency proof. So, for example, they say this is scholarship for Africans. So you have to maybe show them a proof that you are an African. You get it? So if you have a proof that you are an African, then go ahead and apply. Okay. And the proof may come in the form of an international passport. So your passport is a proof that you are a Nigerian, you are a Ghanaian, you are Ethiopian, and so on. All right, we have work experience. So here, sometimes some of these opportunities might require you to have some experience. Okay, you need to have some experience. You have worked with some people. I think I have posted some scholarship opportunity from World Bank, and they require people to have like 5 years experience. So this kind of scholarship, that's what they put as their criteria, experience. So if you have experience, they will have to be able to verify that yes, you really do have the experience. Because if you are lying about the experience, they should be able to know so that they don't give you the scholarship. So they have to verify. You have to give them ways to verify. Research or project proposal. If you are doing a master's, PhD, okay, you are going for a master's or going for a PhD, you will be required sometimes to write a proposal. The proposal will be a scientific report on what you intend to do and how you intend to do it. Okay, so you have to tell them this is what I intend to do and this is how I intend to do this research proposal. We have leadership acknowledgements. So sometimes if you are, let's say, involved in the community, in a society or something like that, you could be a leader, and that could be one thing that they want, you know, for those who are applying for that particular scholarship. So they are only giving scholarship for people that have leadership background, that have some leadership qualities. So that could be a plus for you. We have lastly the community involvement records. These are very important. These are for those people who want to, uh, who are involved in the community, people who help in the community. So maybe you are somebody who is a volunteer, okay? You volunteer to help maybe children in your community with their study. You know, you volunteer to help elderly people in the hospital. Okay, so this is something you do. No, you are a volunteer security guard providing security in your community. You are one of those volunteers, so that could be good for you. You can have that record and use it to apply to show that you have some community involvement or some community service as a record. It helps a lot. Okay. So these are basically some of the requirements you will come across. Some of them are important. Some of them are, all of them are important, to be honest, but some of them are more important than others. Okay. Some of them are required when you are applying for any scholarship. You need to have a transcript. Okay. You have to have a transcript. You can't apply for a scholarship without a transcript. So that is an important thing. That is a compulsory and necessary requirement. Okay, so we will look a little bit deep into standardized tests. Let's look at the TOEFL, for example. So when we talk about standardized tests, they come in two shapes. We have the GRE and we have the English proficiency test. So these are two different tests, okay? English proficiency is because they want to know whether you can speak English, whether you can communicate in English, both in written and verbal. You can talk in, you can speak, you can talk. Okay, people can understand your English. And when people talk, you can also understand their English. You can understand their speech. You can write, you can write in English. You can write sentences that people will be able to read and understand. And when you read too, you can be able to read context. You can be able to read content, paragraphs, essays in English. Okay, we humans, this is what makes us special. Language. It is the thing that separates us between we humans and animals. Okay, so you should be able to communicate. If you cannot communicate, then that means you cannot be able to be, let's say, they can't impart knowledge to you. If I can't talk to you and you understand, then how do I communicate with you? Okay, so you need to be able to have English proficiency. And when we talk about English proficiency exams, they come also in different shapes. They come in different types. We have IELTS, we have TOEFL, we have Duolingo, we have others like SAT also. So all these are English proficiency tests. But one of the popular ones is the TOEFL, okay, which is organized by ETS. And TOEFL is important, okay? It's very important and it comes in different shapes. For example, every university will recognize TOEFL. So if you write any exam, if you write TOEFL exam, you should be rest assured that your proficiency test is going to be recognized by those universities. Okay. Not only that, this is a way to show people that you have capacity to communicate your ideas. Okay. Some people can talk, but when they are asked to write, they fail woefully. Some people can write, but they cannot talk. Okay. But if you can show that you have the capacity to read, write, and even listen and then talk, that is an indication of your capacity as a candidate. So when you take TOEFL, you are showing because it comes in four formats. Okay. It comes in four shapes. We have the speaking part. Okay. You will do speaking. It tests your skill in that area. There is the reading. Okay, test your skill in that area. There is the listening and there is the writing, speaking, listening, reading, writing. Okay, these are the four key skills. And there are exams on all of this. They will test your reading ability, your listening ability, your speaking ability, and your writing ability. Okay, and we have two types of TOEFL. We have the IBT, which is the internet-based test, and we also have the shorter, which is called the TOEFL Essential. It's shorter and it is more focused. Okay. So when you are sitting for the IBT, this one you do it. You have all the exam in on the internet. You sit and you write your solutions and you submit it online. And once they receive it, sometimes you get your results immediately. Okay. And this is the one that normally is accepted for those who want to go for the academia. You know, if you want to go for study or postgraduate for scholarship, this is what you do. This is the type of exam you sit for. This is the type of exam you write. Okay. For those who maybe are going for work or something, all they need to know maybe is how to speak. They don't have to maybe know how to uh, maybe write an essay or something like that. As long as they can construct simple sentences and write them down, they are okay. Okay. So how the system works in TOEFL, TOEFL comes in different ranges, like 0 to 20, 120. Okay. You have 0 to 120 band. So if you are reading, okay, your reading will come between 0 and 120. I know we are used to 0 to 100, but in their case, it is 0 to 120 points. Okay. And it's a point system. So each section out of the four sections, we talked reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Each one has 30 points. So 30 reading, 30 writing, 30 listening, 30 speaking, making a total of 120 points. So you will be tested on each of these. And normally what is expected of you is to get 80 and above. So if you got 80%, or 80 points out of the 120, that is a proof of your proficiency. Normally, most schools and universities accept 80 and above. Only few will accept less than 80, and only few will ask you to come with maybe 100. But the majority require 80. So if you are writing TOEFL, try to make sure you practice, and during your practice, make sure you are able to get 80 all the time. Okay, very important. So when you are preparing for TOEFL 1, you can get documents. There are this hard copy, okay? There are these documents. You can go online and you can download practice tests. They come in book shape, they come in books, ebooks. You can download them, okay, and read them if you prefer it that way. Or you can have, a course. There are so many courses out there. You can register for a course and you can take the course that is being taught by an institution or that is no, uh, on an online form platform. Oh, okay. There are many websites out there which will help you uh, do this, okay, and practice for this. So make sure you practice. And there are also even practice tests. Okay, these are tests. These are like past questions. Okay, like past questions which you know of. You go there and you try them out, and the moment you finish, you will see your score. If you pass that practice test and you are getting good results, that is an indication that you are ready to sit for the exam. Okay, so that's a little bit about how TOEFL works. Okay, and before we move on, I will allow people to ask questions. So if you have questions, you can ask. You can unmute your screen before we move to the next workshop. You can write in the chat also if you have a question. You can write it in the chat. Questions? Are there questions? No questions. Everything is clear. Okay. So if there are no questions, we will see a live demonstration, step-by-step process of applying for a scholarship in University of Brunei. Okay. You know Brunei? Brunei Darussalam. It's a country here in Asia. A very nice country. I think of have like 500,000 population and one of the richest countries. They are very rich, have a very rich culture as well. So it's a very good opportunity for those who want to come to Asia and study. Okay, so I will hand you over to Abba, and he will provide you with the step by steps on how to apply to this particular scholarship. So, hey, Abba, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Good evening,
Okay.
all. So, thank you for that part of the presentation. Our next part is to go through the application process for Brunei University, for a university in Brunei, and the scholarship is provided by the government. I want to just begin to share my screen so that you can see the benefits and everything about the university, about the scholarship, the benefits, the requirements, if they have any like TOEFL, like GRE, we'll also look at them and then see also what you stand to gain on your own part, and then what they require from you from your own part. Okay, so can I share my screen?
Can you see your screen? Yeah, I think he's having some technical issues.
Sorry about that. I just had a glitch, a little glitch.
Yeah.
Right, so, all right. So just like I've said earlier on, uh, these are the eligibility criteria. I don't know whether you can see my screen.
Yeah.
So eligibility criteria, that's what you need to be or what you need to have before you can be considered. So applicants must be international students. Students from all countries can apply. And then if you're applying for BSc, you must be 25 years old or lesser than that. And then masters too. If you are applying international students, you should be less than 35 or 35 at least. Then you have TOEFL, just like we've just talked about. You have scores. You have 550. You have an IELTS too, and scholarship is fully funded. You have to be first-time beneficiary. And then there are the benefits also. Successful students will get 100% university tuition fee exemption. Exemption means that they don't have to pay a dime. And then you have economy class A tickets for international travel. Somebody was asking me whether if the scholarship is you get fully funded scholarship, will you have to pay for traveling too? So these kinds of clarifications make it clear to you that yeah, economy class A tickets for international travel from the student's country to Brunei will be provided. And then they have the Bruneian dollar, which is 500, just like we've stated earlier on, which is around 600,000 naira. And then will be provided as a monthly meal allowance and monthly allowance too. We receive a yearly book allowance. All these ones are the benefits you get from the scholarship. And then documents you require, you have to
Yeah.
submit because, yeah,
Then the benefits. How does that
yes,
translate to, because this is Brunei dollar, right? How
yeah.
does that translate to normal dollar, and how is that translatable to naira? How much is it in naira? How much is somebody is getting? Is this monthly or is it one time?
No,
How much?
it's monthly. They are going to give you this. They said will be provided as monthly allowance. So the conversion, I haven't checked the conversion, but I know that it's still far, far better than what the Naira ranks. So you're talking about, if it's $500, you're talking about around 400 or 250,000 down to 400,000.
I think Brunei is the dollar is around 0.75
All
of the
right.
old.
So if they are giving you $500, that's what?
So you are getting 500 for
Yeah.
your monthly stipend plus 150. That's
Yeah.
500, 650, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that is roughly $500.
So
So
$500 in Nigeria now is around
so $500, you are talking about 600,000. You
yeah.
consider, yeah, the exchange rate of 1 2. If you consider the current
Mm.
exchange rate, which is 1 5, so that is around 750,000 naira monthly. That's how much.
Monthly.
Yeah,
So you can see that you can do a lot with that. Even if it's half you are keeping, you can do something. Or let's say one third of it, you can still be able to do for yourself and do for others.
and
And then
they
the
don't
require
like the cost of living is cheap in Brunei. Okay,
yeah, yeah.
so you don't spend much of the money. You have a lot
Mm.
leftovers, unless if maybe you want to spend lavishly. Maybe every month
Yeah.
you want to do some, maybe go for resorts,
Mm.
go for expensive restaurants and what you have. Yes, of course,
Yeah.
there are restaurants. One day you
Mm.
spend there, they will
Mm.
charge you just for one dinner. They will charge you the whole stipend. So yeah,
Yeah. So, and other benefits. Living in a country within the Asian region will get you this amount. And then you have health insurance too, meaning that you are covered if you are unwell, if you are sick. You can go to any hospital probably and then get a subsidized rate for your medication. The required documents are also passport. Normal, we've also always emphasized that you have a passport before you start this application process. And then academic certificates. Yeah, we've also talked about that. Transcripts too, we've also talked about that as a requirement. Certified English translation of documents that are not in English. So whatever document you have that is not in English, so that they have a full uh, picture of what they are assessing in terms of qualifications. Then statement of purpose, we've also talked about that. Birth certificate, this ones are talking about, this ones this time around are talking about your birth, because we talked earlier on that you have to be 25 years or lesser than that before you can apply for undergraduate studies, and then lesser than or equal to 35 years before you can apply for a postgraduate studies. So you have to have your ID card, meaning apart from your passport size photograph, you need to present an ID card, which is also compulsory. Then your passport too. So then security clearance statement. Security clearance statement, usually Asian universities ask for them, like the one like China and yeah, this Brunei too. So what you have to do is you have to go to any police station. You write about you that you've never been caught in any uh, act that violates the law. So they'll give you this clearance. The last time I saw or asked about it was around 75,000 naira, or 25 to 75,000 naira. So although it's high, but expenses, you see that, yeah, it's still worth it. Then references and recommendation. We've also always talked about these recommendations. So these are the requirements and the benefits, and then the eligibility. These are the three most important things that have to come to your mind before you begin the application process. You have to look at eligibility at first. Are you eligible? Are they going to consider you? If you are just, you're not into maybe academics, maybe then look at other things, maybe sports, then other things like that. And you have to look at the benefits. If you go
because
to,
when you skip
huh?
it,
Say?
the eligibility.
Yeah,
Uh, have you mentioned the fact that if you are applying for undergraduate, you should
yeah,
not be 25 years?
yeah, I talked about it. Look at it.
Yeah, you have it there. I don't
Yeah,
remember giving you say it out there.
okay,
So if you are
okay.
above 20 years old,
Yeah, I talked about it.
undergrad, please, you have to see they
Yeah.
be very specific on this. And for PhD, for postdoc or
Mm.
postgrad, you need to be
Yeah.
under 5 years old. Okay.
Exactly.
And the TOEFL. Okay. So here you can see the score for TOEFL is 550. So I made mention earlier that the TOEFL, the range is from what? 0 to 120, right?
120.
0 to
Yeah.
120. So the question here is why is this 550?
Yeah. So what is actually happening is there are classifications of TOEFL sometimes that are acceptable by other universities while others are not. There is the IBT, which you've talked about earlier on. There is the essentials, which you've also talked about, which it's not too tough. It's just for those who want to work there. Then there is the PBT, paper-based test, which you have to go to a center and get accessed, unlike the IBT, which you can take at home. Then this one, they are talking about the PBT. But
Okay.
even if you use the IBT, there is a conversion factor they use for this one. So if you take the IBT and get maybe 80, so there is an equivalent for that in PBT. So even if you take the IBT, whatever you score, and another university says it wants a 550, then you can be able to go online and see maybe to ets.org and see what's the conversion rate and then see what band you fall in. So that's not an issue.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
So
that has been made clear now to others.
yeah.
All
Yeah. All right.
right. So
So
now
just
that's the step-by-step process.
sorry.
You can start with the demo, right? How to
All
apply.
right. Yeah. 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 So I think we've had the link above here like this, infinity.cloud.gov. So I'm just going to go straight to applying. All right, so we go to Chrome. So it doesn't matter whether you are using a mobile phone or a computer. If you just enter the site, it will take you there. But if you want to see it just like it will appear on a computer, you can just click on this, tap on these three buttons at the top right part and just click on desktop site. So it will show you exactly the way it appears on your computer. So that you don't have to grab a computer or go to the business center and sit in front of the computer screen before you start applying. You can just do it lying on your bed and using your phone. Although some other things might require that you have a computer, like maybe say you should do an interview or something like that. It will be easier if you used a computer. So this is it, Government of Brunei Darussalam Scholarship for Foreign Students, Tenable in Brunei Darussalam. Academic session, this is 2024. Sorry, I forgot to mention about the deadline. It's still open and I think it's around February 15th that it will be closing. So you can still go ahead and apply if you intend to take this scholarship. So they have classifications for this. They say UBD. UBD is a university and UTB is a university. All these four or these five are all universities. UBD is University Brunei Darussalam. Unisatu is another university. UTB is University Technical, something like that. We also have Polytechnic Brunei. So you can just choose any because it will just reroute you to a university that has your courses. So I've clicked on this UBD first, and you see that it asks me for my first choice of program. So I can choose master's, any course. Let's see. I think there is an applicant that wants to go for economics. So let's go for economics. And then second institution, you can choose the second one. Let's say we've chosen UBD earlier on. Let's choose UTB this time around. And then choose courses we want. You can see a lot of courses. Bachelor of Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Digital Media, and so on and so forth. So let's say this person wants to go for architecture. And then we click. You enter an email. So let me just enter my email. Sharp, sharp. So, and then next. So usually what happens here is that as soon as I do this, it will send me to my email that I'm trying to apply for something or verify some things. But this one doesn't. So it's totally okay if it doesn't take you to your email or tell you that go to your email to verify. So as usual, we've always talked about this one. You have your personal and contact details. We already ask you for a full name, your passport number, which is very important. You upload your passport and things like that. You have the date of birth, country of birth. All these ones are very important. We've also mentioned that if you see red stars, it means that that place is compulsory. You can see the ethnicity here doesn't matter to them. So that's why even if you filled it, even if you leave it blank, it will not complain. And then nationality matters because they need to know which country you are coming from, obviously. And then gender too is important, residential address in case there are anything they want to refer back to you for. So things like that. Then parents, guardian, or next of kin too, in case they want to make references on your behalf or maybe when you are not close by. So this one too. Then maybe next. I don't know if I have to fill up that part. So it means I have to fill up that part. Do I have to continue, Doctor?
Yeah.
All right, so let me just
Yes,
fill up.
yes, I have.
Okay. So let's say I have a passport number of B12345. Then I choose, they said I should upload a scanned passport. So if you're using a mobile phone, it will just, as soon as you click it, it will just take you to a media picker and then you choose any document. Let it just open up and I'll see, okay, let me choose a document that is not too big. Okay, let's choose this 317 kilobyte. And then upload a scanned identification card. This one too, I'll have to go for a media picker too and choose any of the documents I have on my mobile phone. Let's choose the size 199 kilobyte. And then date of birth, I'll just fill in for anything. Yeah, so date of birth. Let's see, I was born 1997. And then country, Nigeria, religion, Muslim or Islam. And then marital status, let's see, I'm single. Gender, let's see, I'm a female. And this one, residential address and country of residence. It's also important. Usually ask for country of residence to verify whether there are different countries. The country you were born in and then the country where you reside in. So let's see, I'm Angola, which I'm hoping we all watched yesterday's match when Nigeria beat Angola, thankfully. Contact number, let me just use my contact number and then relationship, next of kin or guardian or parent chosen. Okay, choose valuable. Okay, so relationship, I'll see, let's see, brother. Occupation, his occupation, that's not mine. The person I'm filling in as the next of kin. So occupation, let's see civil servant and things like that. Then the contact number 08063222124, and then next, bam. So if there are problems, it will tell me that there are places I haven't filled before, but I don't think there are problems. So let's click. It's complaining for something. Is there anything I missed? Okay, nationality. Let's see in Algeria. And then next now, it has taken me, it has given me, it has taken me to a different page, education experience. So name of school, what I choose actually, and then name of the second school I chose, Darussalam University Brunei 2. 2016 qualification Bachelor of Science and things like that. Please attach certified 2 copies of academic transcripts. You can see. This is what they just require from me on my own part. So let's see, I have also transcript. Let's choose this one. And if I've just applied, I'll see if I want to see whether that's what I just uploaded, I can tap on this view button. But if I'm okay with that, I can just click on next. Okay. They're asking me to write down something. Please list all schools attended from age 15, from age of 15. So they want me to enter details like this. They are citing examples like this now. Name of the schools, the year I started, the qualification I had. So I can just so that I'll be fast, I will just copy what they just put down there. And then the next one too, if there is any other school, like for example, if you attended Bayero University in Kano, you can just fill it in. Secondary school too, fill it in. And then click on next. That's all. So English proficiency, you can see that this one too, they're asking. So English language, they're asking your own assessment of your own self. Are you good in English? Are you average? Are you poor? So let's see. Let me see. I'm average. In reading too, let's say I'm average. But in spoken, well, let's see. I'm good in reading. And let's say this person is poor in speaking. They're also asking for another thing. Please state other language, any other language. So let's see. I can speak Mali. That's Malaysian. So other language, let's see. Written, I'm average, but other reading, I'm good. Spoken, I'm good. Then I go to next again. And then academic distinctions. You can see that this one is not starred, but I still think it's compulsory. But you want me to state academic distinctions or prizes I have received. So let's see best best in Malayan language, best in argument, things like that. So next. Now they're asking proposed future career. Please state your proposed future career. So let's say I want to be a banker since I'm applying for economics. So let's say I want to be a banker. And then they want me to describe my plan of study, meaning that you can see that this one is starred red. Sorry, it's starred red, so it's compulsory. So I have to write down what I plan to study, or please describe your plan of study and or research that you are pursuing and how this relates to your future career plan. Now that I've said that I want to be a banker in the future, so I have whatever I'm going to fill in here for is going to be relevant to banking. So I'll have to write, or have to maybe go back and sit down and ask myself why I want to be a banker and then write everything down and make it into an essay. But the characters you can see here is 4,000 characters remaining. So I'll be watchful of the number of letters I'm writing, whatever I'm writing. The moment I continue writing, you can see the number keeps getting less. So as soon as I reach a certain number, as soon as I reach 0, it will stop. No matter what I add, it will just stop. It won't go further. So let's say I've typed in this, then I'll click on next. Asking of work experience too. So they are citing an example. Let me just copy the example to make it fast. Copy and then paste. You have to enter your employer's name and address, a position you've held, part-time or full-time, which one, date of employment too, you have to specify. And clicking next. You can see that the application process is kind of a bit long. Extracurricular activities too. That's why it's very important that you put in these things in your CV. All right, so your extracurricular activities are types of activities you've done, either sports or cultural or community services, just like Dr. Abubakar was explaining earlier on. These things are maybe things you volunteer in your own local community or online or anywhere. Just try and get yourself engaged in things like that. So level of participation. They are also asking of level of participation. Is it the club? Is it the district? Is it the national level or the regional level? So if you are talking about Nigeria now, is it in just your Ungwa, or for those that don't understand Hausa, is it in just your local community? You did that activity, or is it in your own state, maybe see Abuja or Kano or Abia, anyone? And then if you're talking about international level, meaning that you've gone maybe to the UN to do something to represent Nigeria or to represent a certain community, certain cause, certain maybe thing, maybe anything. Maybe it's about you want to tackle security now, so you went ahead to maybe travel to Russia now to see how you can tackle security without using weapons, things like that. And now they are asking of references and recommendations from referees. So please upload complete reference letters and signed by the referees. Applicants should obtain the copy under application form procedure. So when I was displaying the eligibility and the benefits, there was this place they talked about C1 and C2 form. So these ones, they are specifying the type of recommendations they want. They don't want you to just go to any recommender or to anybody or your normal recommender to just write things down. They'll give you a template for that person to fill in. This is their own way of saying, okay, we own the recommendation format. So they are the ones to give you. Others might be maybe they will just say write a letter. Some will see the letter has to be signed and stamped. Some will see the letter has to come from an email address that is for wherever that person is working. So if we see Gmail, you know that maybe you just wrote it down and sent to us. But if we see something like abba.suraj@asataura.com, then we know that this person is writing from a company. I hope this is clear. So this one's too, they've given a C1 and C2 form. When you're applying, you download it and then give your recommender to fill it in and use. And that's the template for them. So I'll just go ahead and choose any document. But that document should be that C1 and C2. So let's assume somebody has filled in the C1 and C2 forms for me. And then I go ahead and do my thing. Still clicking on the lowest document. And sometimes when you're uploading documents, they specify the size of the document. If you upload something that is a megabyte or 2 megabytes or almost 1 gig, the page will still be giving you an error that this is what they want as far as the size of that document is concerned. So you see, we've reached the declaration. You see, I confirm to the best of my knowledge, the information I've given are accurate, although what I just did is not accurate, but yeah. So I'll just say, yeah, agree, and then submit. So registered successfully. Okay, so I'll just stop here. So it has taken me back to the next page if I want to apply again and so on. So I hope this one wasn't confusing at all. I think even you can do it yourself. And the deadline, don't forget it, it's either February 15th or March 15th. But whatever the case, I'll just post it on our group so that people will be clear of the real deadline for this application. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Abba, for that elaborate and comprehensive step by step. So we have some few questions.
All right.
Okay. The first question is from Ibrahim, Osman Ibrahim.
Right.
Okay. So he's asking, can I enroll TOEFL exam online?
Yeah, you can. So should I answer that or you'll answer that?
Go on. You are the expert.
Okay. Yeah, you can actually. You can apply. You can enroll. You can. Is it for the training or for the application for the exam actually?
I think he's asking for the exam.
Okay, yeah, you can just go to ets.org. If you go to that page, it will show you a lot of standardized tests. It will show you TOEFL. It will show you, as Doctor has explained earlier,
Okay.
there's AT. It will show you. It's only IELTS that it won't show you. It's only
What?
IELTS that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, it's only IELTS that it won't show you because it's not by ets.org. It's not from the same company. So, but if you go to ets.org, you see TOEFL, you see GRE, you see SAT, you see ACT, and so on and so forth. So you can apply. You choose your date, the date, they will give you a calendar to see what are the available dates in your particular region. If it's in Kano, they will show you centers that take that test and the dates that are available. If it's in Kaduna or Abuja or wherever it is, then you have to apply at least 15 days and make the payment. I think the payment is still around $180 to $200. So you have to think about preparing very well before you. Yeah.
Okay. So you have to prepare very well. You don't want to
Yeah.
spend that huge amount of money and
Mm.
then go and flop, you know?
Yes.
And
Yes.
that is that's resources wasted, right?
Yeah.
You don't
And
want
then,
that.
yeah, if you want somebody to walk you through the preparation, you can also just holler at us, call us,
Okay,
or anything you need. Yeah, just help you
right.
with that. I got this.
Okay, so there is another question from Fatima Bint Saidu.
Yeah.
Okay. She's asking for those who have not enrolled for TOEFL,
Yeah.
can we still make up the application if we enroll now?
Yes. Yes. Applications are still open for TOEFL. I think they open it around up to 10 times in the year. You can take
Okay.
it, yeah, around 10 times or 7 times in a year. But then if you take it once and you don't pass, then you have to wait at least 2 months or something like that before you allow you to take it again. So the only things you need to apply is uh, registration, and then I think your passport too. You use one of your passport or driver's license or something like that. But if you go to any center and you give them a genuine reason that you don't have any of those, then you have to they will still allow you maybe with the most basic identification, like maybe see work your working ID card, but they usually don't allow those things. So you can take it as much as 10 times in a year.
Yeah, so but the question I think what trying to say is
Okay.
if she registers now,
Yeah.
can she be able to get the result, sit for the exam, get the result, and still make the deadline for this particular scholarship?
Yeah. So actually, when you do the exam, you sit the exam, you get the result exactly 15 days from today. So if the deadline, I've forgotten the deadline, is either 15th of February. So if you sit for the exam today, you are going to
Yeah.
get it on the 18th. You are going to get your result on the 18th. I think it's either for 15 exact days or 14 exact days. Yeah.
Okay, so I hope this is clear.
Yeah.
Uh, Fatima and Usman,
Mm.
your questions, I hope they have been addressed. I guess so. No other question? No other question. Okay, so we can move quickly to the next part,
Yeah.
which is the demo of our app that you can use to help you. Yeah, so I will share my screen. Okay, is my screen visible? I believe so. You can see it. So for those who want to practice and learn about these exams, okay, go to Play Store. You search for Kudemy. This is our app. You see it, the one in orange or yellow. You can see this is from Yawa Digital and Automation Technologies. This is our company. Install it and then open it. Okay. So I will log out and log in back again. So when you open it for the first time, you will come to the onboarding screen that allows you to onboard. Here you can invite your friends, you can share the invitation. Just click here, you will be able to share directly on WhatsApp and what have you. Okay, you have Teach on Codemy. These are for teachers, and this is for those who want to be part of the mission. But what you need to do here is to press skip to login. Skip to login. Okay. So when you come here, you will see sign in, you will see sign up. If you are opening the app for the first time, click sign up. Okay. Click sign up. Touch sign up, and it will bring you here where you write your name and everything. Let's say my name is Tester. Okay. I am 50 years old. I'm male. I'm from Abia. My email is tester@test.com. Okay. My password is, we'll just try a simple one. Okay. So I will just press create account. My account will be created. Okay. If you already have your email and password, you've already registered. When you come from the sign in, just put your email and password. Okay, I think I have, so I will just do this. Nope, no user record. What happened? Maybe I should create a new account. Yes, okay, I have this information. I will just create a new account. Okay, so it will sign you in. Okay, as you can see. So for those of you who want to do preparation, you can see test preparation here. Click test prep. Okay, you can see the options. You have GRE, you have TOEFL. Can click GRE, and this is the screen for the details of the exam of the course. The course is free. We are not charging you for the videos for you to go, and it's an online course. So just go and take your time and study. Only those who want to do maybe one-on-one. So if you want to join a live session where you will have an instructor that teaches you, then you can reach out to us. We will organize that for you. Okay, we will help you to organize for that. But if you just want to study on your own, you can use this and you will have access to our free classes here. So all you have to do here is just press begin lesson, and you can see these are some of the lessons. See session 1 and session 2. You open the first one, okay, and you will see this is the video. Okay, down here you can download the video in case if you don't want to use your data all the time. You can download the audio, you can download the handout. I can play this one. You can just, and you can see. Okay, you can turn it and you will be able to see. Okay, so this is how it works. Okay, so with this, you should be able to, have access to our app and enjoy things that we provide for free at your fingertip. Not only that, we have incorporated an AI to help you. You can just press this. The AI bot is called Kudi. It's there to help you if you have questions. For example, you can just open Kudi and press this start, this add then it opens and you can start talking to Kudi. Okay. So this is how it works. I hope it is clear. Question?
Okay, sorry, doctor, before you move on, the dates for the results, if you are
Yeah.
doing the paper-based test,
Yeah.
is we count it in working days, so it's around 13 to 15 days or 11 to 15 days. And
Okay.
if you do the IBT, you get the result in 4 to 8 days.
48 days. Okay.
4
If
to
you
8
do it,
days. The IBT, the one online. And then there is, I think, a workaround, I think a sharp method where you pay more to get your result instantly, but you have
okay,
to pay more. Yeah. So
the extra
I
for that.
didn't, I, yeah, I didn't know they've made these changes before. It was a bit, I think, a bit longer. But
Okay. So now I think if you have the money to pay the extra, you can be
yeah,
able to finish this, get the result, and apply for this.
exactly, certainly.
Somebody is asking the demo for Foodie is not clear. So what you do is if you open Foodie, it will help you with this. It's a chat bot. So you chat with it. Okay. You can ask a question, any question related to what we are doing. Okay. I can tell it, okay, I'm Abubakar. I need help to prepare for GRE. Okay. So you can see it has given me a response. Hello, Abubakar. I will be happy to help you prepare for the GRE. The GRE, which is Graduate Record Exam, is a standardized test that is often required for admission to graduate programs. It has three sections: verbal, reasoning, quantitative reasoning, and analytical writing. Okay, and these are some few things I can ask you. Show me or give me some few examples of the analytical exam questions. Okay, you have technical issue. Yeah, right. So this happens sometimes if the AI server is down. So all you have to do, just wait for a second and try again. Okay. Otherwise, come back later. Sometimes you will not have this issue. Sometimes if the AI is struggling or the server is down, you have to try again. Okay. The server is down. Yeah, so we are paying some people who are providing us with access to the AI that we designed, and sometimes we have this glitch. So you can try, but this is how it works. As you can see, the first response we provided was actually exactly what I will also provide for you or give you as a response. Okay, so you can use it to learn more. You have the courses, take advantage of them, and practice for the exam. Don't waste your money. All right. So we have come to the end of the workshop. For those who require additional information, just reach out to us on WhatsApp and we will be able to help you out. Okay. If you have any question, you can ask. And today's session we are not giving any gift. So maybe next session. So thank you for attending the session and looking forward to seeing you in the upcoming session so that you learn about how to apply to another different opportunity. Okay? Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you, sir. We are really grateful, sir.
Bye.
Thank you so much, sir.
Our pleasure. Our pleasure.